My dad gave me a random pill instead of retalin. It's a story years before. I've taken retalin for a couple of weeks to test how they work for me. Due to heavy depression during the night after the rush, I didn't take them anymore. The last time I took them, the pills weren't actually filled with retalin, but with something else. I've had diarrhea for weeks until my mother teared the pills apart. She tried and screamed at my father that it was only sugar. He bought the pack from a colleague instead of the apothecary, who instead sold us some sugar-like substance. Is there another drug that possibly tastes like sugar? He could have put anything in there killing me. EA thinks my cousin is required by law to cover her nephew's medical bills for a minor injury that happened outside of the daycare my cousin works at. Okay. I'm sorry if I don't detail much. I'm pretty much going off of what my cousin told me, and whatever little bit I saw. Also, I think this happened around mid-August of this year. Here's some context. My cousin, who I will call C, works at a daycare. It's one of the few daycares in our small town, and all our members are really nice, so C grew used to this. Like I said, this happened around August. Entitled Aunt, EA, moved to our area a month before with her nephew. EA didn't really familiarize herself with her neighbors, but I thought nothing of it. I really don't know why EA was taking care of her nephew exactly, but we only knew she had legal custody him. She came in with her 4-year-old nephew, N, and told the receptionist that she wanted to bring N to C's daycare. Our receptionist, who legit has the patience of a saint, told her that she can absolutely sign up, and then directed her to head over to me to get the contract and agreements, so she can sign them. She came over, took the clipboard with the contract, and then she didn't even think for a second to read it, but signed it anyways. Then, she filled out the background of the child. Are you the legal guardian of the child? Is there any medicine we have to administer to the child, etc. Basic stuff. Usually we allow the first day as a trial day. EA comes back after the trial day, and presumably in a worse mood, and directs N to the room where the first class was, without paying. C, who is the worker on shift for watching the kids that day, asks EA if she paid yet for the session. She didn't, and she said to C that she shouldn't, as she wasn't told to do so for her first session. To which C tells her to go to the receptionist and pay, which she does, but angrily. She drops $10 on the table. Our receptionist then points to the sign saying $34. She then smacks a 20 and a 5 on the table. She doesn't take the change, and then blasts out the door. EA was bringing N for around 2 weeks, and once class ended, she came somewhat late to pick him up. C usually lets the kids play at the playground across the street while the parents come. N was playing on the platform part of the park when EA came. N was told it was time to go, so N was trying to get down, and when halfway down, trips and falls onto the wood chips. Now, EA was there, so therefore C was not technically the person liable for any injuries. EA ran to N, and he did have a really big bruise on his wrist, but he was moving it. The EA picked him up, and went up to C, and here's where I heard. I was in our car, because I was with C that day, and she drops me off at home after work. EA, how dare you let N fall and get hurt? This isn't professional, and you probably aren't even licensed. Now N's broke with wrist. Yes, EA said that. C, trying to be professional as stated in your contract, we can't be liable after hours. EA, but you were here, and it was your daycare here. C, we have permission to use this park so the children are occupied when we wait for someone to pick them up. You were here, and it's after hours, so we aren't liable. EA, we will see about that. She stomped to her car. 2 weeks will pass, and we then get a call from someone we don't recognize. Our receptionist picks up, to find someone claiming to be EA's attorney. He was asking for C, and when she picked up, he said she has a lawsuit filed. She was actually trying to sue our company for negligence and medical bills. Let's just say, the signed contract backed the daycare up. We don't hear much from them anymore, and there is rumors she moved away.